I'm gonna do a trial run to see if I can do my own updo for my wedding. So I have just done my hair like kind of my normal way. I used this gel, used the last of it, so I ordered another one already. So that I'll have another one for the wedding, but I chose that gel because it gives me like good tight results while keeping my hair soft, because I kind of want the best of both worlds in the sense of like I want my hair to look good and I prefer it like well defined and more tightly wavy, but also I assume a lot of people will be like hugging me and I don't want my hair to like feel bad if they touch my hair. So that's what I ran with, and I've diffused my hair. It's still in a cast, and I'm just going to try to do a fairly simple for an updo and for a wedding updo in particular, but like a half updo. I want to try kind of doing like a little twisty type thing, and then I ordered a bunch of different like hair accessories to try out, but I also want to wear a veil, and I specifically want to wear like a two-tiered veil because I want to be able to wear like the veil over my face walking down the aisle. So that means the veil comb has to go like above like any sort of updo that I have. Like you can't put it like underneath a bun if you're gonna flip the part of the veil over your face. So I don't know if that'll end up being practical. Like I think it can kind of be tricky to use a veil and hair accessories, but I kind of would like to, so I guess we'll see what's realistic and what's not once we get going. Here's what I'm starting with. Again, this is in a cast. I watched a few tutorials and I'm kind of like combining a couple of different like half updo ideas that I saw, or at least that's my goal. But most of them started with just sectioning a portion of the crown, which is hard to do when I've got waves going on. I'm not going to scrunch out the crunch as I'm doing this. That's just because I think it'll naturally get scrunched out as I touch my hair. Like I'm going to be touching my hair to do an updo more than I would usually touch my hair. So I think we're just going to try to do this, and then if I have any cast left, I'll try to scrunch it out at the end. I thought if I scrunched it out first and then touch it too much, it might like really fall apart. So we'll see. So I think something kind of like this, and I'm gonna use a tiny, where do I, one of these little really tiny elastics. My hair is dark enough that I use black ones. A lot of people use the clear ones, which I think probably would be better if you didn't have really dark hair, but I feel like my hair is so dark that black is pretty invisible in my hair. So I'm just going to do like this. Okay. I want to do like a little crisscrossy thing, and I want to put most of this hair up as well. I'm going to go kind of like from here to like kind of my, I don't know, in front of my ear, but kind of, you know, to my face, because I want to basically have my face visible. So I'll just start with this side. I'm going to portion this, and then I'm going to pull it through a hole on the opposite side. So if you can see that. So I like poked a hole in that original tie, and I'm pulling it through the opposite side. And then this is gonna be really bumpy, and then I'm gonna do the same thing but like in reverse on this side. So kind of want to portion this part in front of my face, and I'm gonna pull it and kind of poke a hole again in this initial scrunchy part, but up through here. Oh no, this got really loose. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Okay, so this is take two. I think what I messed up that first time was in that like first ponytail that I had sectioned off, it got really loose at one point. So I had only put my hair through these like tiny ponytail holders once, so I'm going to try to double it this time to see if tightening basically the grip that that ponytail has helps it not fall flat or fall apart. Okay, so again, kind of this crown section of my hair. Hope I'm not just drawing too many waves and curls. Okay. And taking my tiny ponytail, and I'm gonna not just do it once this time, but twice. Oh man, that feels really tight. Okay. Is that caught? Okay. I'm kind of loosen that because it feels too tight. Okay. Maybe? I'm gonna try to take a picture. Okay, I think that's okay. So now I'm going to just kind of section this part that is like in front of my ear, but more so like the part that kind of falls in my face, I guess. Small section. And I'm going to be pulling this back, and I'm going to like poke a hole in this section that I have on the opposite side. So I'm gonna like kind of pull it over here. And I think this time I'm going to try to bobby pin it to see if that makes any difference in it staying put as well, or not, like the top part not falling out. Okay. Okay. So here's my ponytail, and I'm going to use my finger to kind of poke a hole through here. I'm gonna pull this front hair through, and hopefully I wasn't too close. Maybe I'll back up. And I'm now going to try to repeat on this side. Again, just kind of sectioning this front part that is likely to hang in my face. And I'm going to try to pull it over to the opposite side and poke a hole with my finger, pull it through, and bobby pin it. So here's that original section. Poke a hole, pull this through, and pin that. Stop and take a picture. So after looking at a picture of that, I feel like this section is, first of all, this is too tight. I don't like how like visible the separation is between the part that's half up and the part that's half down. I also feel like this is a bit lower than I wanted it to be, and maybe has too much hair in it. So what I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna try at least, is to take it out and put it back in, but just tie it around twice, or try it around once rather than twice, to see if that helps, because I'm not feeling how that's looking. Okay, I got some loose hair coming out, so I'm just gonna get a new one. I'm gonna try to make it higher and just do it once. Whoops. What is that? Okay. And then maybe also just kind of pull, make that a little looser. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture so I can see what this looks like. I am still really not feeling like that is what I was going for. I feel like it still has too much hair. I'm just gonna try not putting so much hair into it, see what that does. So I'm gonna kind of try to drop the lower hair, like this hair. See what this, putting this part back up does. definitely better. It's still feeling a bit too simplistic to me, but I don't know what to do about it. But it definitely, it definitely looks like a better division to me. Like it doesn't look like there's this like overly large ponytail now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to play with some of these accessories and see if that makes any difference in how I feel about the rest of the hair. I have a couple veils, but I think this is the one I'm most in favor of wearing. Okay. So this front is slightly shorter, or this side is slightly shorter. So I think that's the front. And so the clip would go this way, the comb would go this way. So I'm just gonna try to put it like above this. Okay. So then it'd be like that, or like this for walking down the aisle. Yeah, I think so. I want to take a picture to see what the back looks like because I can't see it. One of the things that I got to potentially put in my hair is the set of like combs and clips that coordinate. There's 4. This is the main comb, and then there's this smaller comb and 2 pins. At least I assume that's what these things are called. I don't know. I'm guessing I would want these kind of on either side, these 2 combs on either side of that partial ponytail. And then maybe these farther out on either side. So I'm gonna try, I guess. I have no idea. And I don't know for sure if I would even want to use all 4 of these if I did, even if I did use the combs, but I guess just to kind of see, I'll just kind of do one on each side. So I think that the biggest comb that kind of has that like this like tail to it looks weird being placed here. My guess is that it needs to be placed in the middle so that this part can then like hang over and be supported by like this part of my hair. I don't know if that makes sense. Like there's kind of, you know, the ponytail going this way. So I think if I sit it in the middle and then kind of let this sit on top, maybe that'll look better because right now it's kind of like hanging down. I'm gonna take these out and try again. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So I'm gonna try to put this roughly in the center. And kind of let this stay up in here, maybe. And then I guess because now that's in the center, maybe put this medium clip like off to one side and the other 2 clips on the opposite side. To try to kind of still find some balance. Oh no. Okay. But I also don't want these pins to show. Oh, that's too far forward. That's weird. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's okay. I don't know that it's like my favorite, but I think it's okay. And I think that like in real life, the morning of, I would be able to have somebody help me place these. So I think if somebody was able to assist me with placing them and spacing them more evenly, that would help a little bit. But I think I kind of got a general feel for what that, man, would look like. So we'll kind of move on to, don't watch my arm jiggle fat, please. My arm fat jiggle, please. Just kidding. I would look if I was you. Okay, so I'm gonna try to move on, try some different things. One thing I had considered was using a headband, probably not this specific one. Although, and like, by the way, the reason that all of these things are purple is my bridesmaids are wearing all different shades of purple. Like, I have one in dark purple, one in medium purple, and my flower girl is in light purple. So that's kind of, I'm open to coordinating any and all purples because those colors are being used throughout like other parts of the wedding too, like bouquets and etc. But anyway, I thought about customizing a headband. I have some extra lace that is like from my dress, so it perfectly matched my dress, that I could fix to a plain headband to coordinate that way. But I don't know if that's weird with a veil. That's kind of my whole thing, is I keep kind of not knowing what to do because of the veil. And I really want the veil, so that's just kind of figuring out what to do. I don't know, I don't think I'm feeling that. These are all different like tiny clips and different, well, these ones are almost the same shade of purple, but they're different styles of flowers. So part of me had thought like it would be kind of cute to incorporate like 3 different purples, dark, medium, and light purple, to kind of like nod at my 3 girls who are standing up with me. So I kind of liked that, but I didn't know exactly how to make that look normal, for lack of a better word. I'm not so good with being normal. How do these little clips work? Oh, okay. These little fasteners. I kind of expected these to be more like a claw clip, but I guess they're almost like a little teeny tiny barrette. Whoops. Okay, I guess that's closed. Well, these other ones are tiny barrettes too. Maybe I'm just out of the loop of what's common in tiny hair clips. Another option that I bought is some lace bows. So lace is another thing that I'm like really running with decorations. And so I bought a few different lace bows. So I would assume if I was going to use this, I would do it just above where the veil goes in. And then I wonder if it'll stay in place well enough when I do this, or if that makes it weird. I think I kind of like that, but one that is an ivory and my dress is true white, and 2, when I had the veil flipped up, this kind of got messed up. So I wonder about this one that is a true white and that has like, these things are shorter, so maybe it won't get as messed up. This is a huge barrette instead of a clip, but let's try this. If I can get it open. haven't worn barrettes since I was like tiny. Oh, there we go. You gotta pinch it. Where's the end of it? Oh, okay. I think that's cute, other than I had the bow slightly too high, so there's like, you could see a gap of my hair between the bow and the top of the like veil comb, but I think that would easily be remedied if somebody else helped me put it in. They would be able to see exactly where it was located. It would not put it in too high the way that I did. That's kind of where I'm leaning, but as far as hair accessories go, but I do have a flower crown that I might as well try while I'm, oh my gosh, doing everything else. Well, this kind of got smushed when it was shipped to me, so I would fluff it out before actually wearing it in real life, but just to get a rough idea, I guess. So, I don't know how angled this would be. Yeah, I'm like already just not feeling this. This just is not me. That's weird to me. Oh my gosh, all of this stuff gets caught in my hair so much. Okay. Oh no. Well, I'm definitely glad that I was trying all of this in advance, because trying too many things when you don't know what you're doing is gonna mess your hair up. Okay. So I think I know what accessories I want to wear. It's just if I want to do something different with my half updo. It feels pretty simple, but I also feel like with the veil and the hair accessory and it just being like the back of my head, I don't feel like it's gonna be seen that much. So maybe it doesn't matter. Or maybe I should try doing something a little bit more elaborate, like a braid. Let's try a braid. Oh, I left a clip in here. Okay. So I think if I do a braid, these two like front sections that I had pinned back before is what I will braid, and then I will kind of like pin them over the half updo, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna try. Take, whoops, that's too big. This front section that's just gonna hang over my face, and try to do a braid with this. Part of why I have been planning, or at least seriously considering, doing my own hair for my wedding is kind of twofold. I guess part of it is, oh, I just realized I was doing this too tight. Now I want to do it looser. Yeah, I'm gonna redo this. So I've found a curl specialist that gives me haircuts that are good. I don't know how long you've been around. If you've been around a while, you may have seen that my first diva cut was a disaster. But after that, I did find a curl specialist who is good with wavy hair, including loosely wavy hair like I have. And her haircuts are great. But when I leave the salon, when she has styled my hair, it's not, I don't mean to be rude, but it's not as good as when I do my own. Like, I feel like as far as styling my hair wavy, I do my own better than other people can do it, just because I know my hair really well. And I think that's just kind of to be expected. I don't think it says anything about them like not being good enough or anything like that. But because of that, I don't feel like I would likely get good results from paying for an updo and asking them to style my hair naturally wavy. And so then my other option would be to just like let them curl it with the curling iron. But I don't ever curl my hair. Like I think I've literally curled my hair maybe 2 or 3 times in the last like 5 years. So this just doesn't feel very me to me. So I'm just trying to like kind of fatten this up a little bit. It's funny, like my hair is so dense, but then it can also be made to look so sleek so easily. Like it's crazy how I can take like a big chunk of hair and then braid it and it looks tiny. I'm gonna try to do that on the other side, get roughly the same section. And so yeah, I guess I kind of feel like my options are to do my own hair naturally wavy because I don't really trust anyone else to do it natural and have it look the way that I want it to look, or even very close to how I would want it to look, or to have it curled, which one doesn't really seem like me to me, and I want to feel like myself at my wedding. And also my hair is so like fine and like in terms of like individual strand thickness, and it's like low porosity, and it doesn't hold a curl well. Like the last time that I had my hair like done in a professional updo was many years ago. I was, I don't know, 21 or something, but I had it done at a nice salon that like does great work, and they like hairsprayed the crap out of it because I told them like my hair doesn't like to hold a curl. And so they used so much hairspray on me, like so much hairspray on me. And it was hot that day, but my hair still like completely fell flat by the time that the wedding started, basically. And I don't want to pay to get my hair curled if it's just gonna fall flat. And it's just not really me on top of that. So yeah, that's why I'm pretty confident, didn't sound confident at all, that I'm gonna do my own hair, even though I don't often do updos, so this is definitely out of my comfort zone. But also I enjoy saving money, so it being free is pretty cool too. Not that I would be opposed to paying for an updo for my wedding, but I don't want to pay for an updo for my wedding if it's not gonna feel like me, if I'm not gonna really love it, or if it's not gonna last. And I kind of feel like that would most likely be what would happen. Why do these not look even? I guess they do once I pull it back. They just, one is higher than the other, but I don't know that that matters when I pull them back, does it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try to do that kind of crown half updo. Took too big of a section, so I'm gonna make it smaller. Oh my gosh, all these are breaking now. Are you kidding me? Third time's the charm? I hope. Yes, okay. So, I want to see what that looks like. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. So then, figure out how to cross these over and tuck them in. Is that what I want to do? I think that is. Okay. So I just twisted those over the sides of the ponytail twice to kind of use up the length of hair that I had. That didn't sound good. This is too loose. So I'm gonna try crossing under and then tucking in. Okay. And then this one over and in as well. And bit as well. See what this looks like. I think that feels better to me than it just being like pushed through. I like the braid. So let's see about adding this back in. This being a veil and that bow. Okay. Flip this over and see if I can get this to just barely be on top of, yeah, there we go, I think. Just barely on top of the veil comb. So that hopefully, man, I can't get that shut. There we go. Hopefully that means there's not space between the bow and the veil where my hair would show through.